crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadtour.com. Let's talk the rumors of a silver short squeeze, just like in GameStop and all the other ones. Here's my take on this. First of all, let me read you what was posted. And supposedly this is the entity that keeps doing these short squeezes. I think it's great. It just shows how fraudulent this entire system is. It's a game. It has nothing to do with the true price discovery. It's embarrassing to the SEC and the CFTC, and it should be. But there's something going on. Let me read this to you. The biggest short squeeze in the world in SLV silver, $25 to $1,000. Let me just finish reading it. Silver bullion market is one of the most manipulated on earth. True. Any short squeeze in silver paper shorts would be epic. True. We know bullion banks are manipulating gold and silver to cover real inflation. True. Both the industrial case and monetary case, debt printing has never been more favorable for the number one inflation hedge, silver. False. The number one inflation hedge would mean that it was properly traded over the last 150 years, which it was not. So it is not the number one inflation hedge at all, by far. It should be. It should be, but it is not. Next, inflation-adjusted silver should be at $1,000 instead of $25. I would say much higher than $1,000. Why not squeeze SLV to real physical price? Now, SLV is a silver derivative. SLV claims to have a one-to-one deposit of silver held by JP Morgan and BlackRock. Come on. Think about that, Gaines. If you don't care about the gains, think about the banks like JP Morgan you'd be destroying along the way. Gaines, think about destroying JP Morgan. You would destroy every single financial entity on the planet. You would wipe out everything, including your grandmother's pension. Millions and billions of people would die because the financial system would stop. I'm not saying it has to stop, but you got to think these things through, fellas. Anyway, edit 1. Along the AG, let's get the miners. Get what with the miners? You want to go long on the miners? Go for it. Disclaimer, this is not financial advice. So a lot of people talking about this. I've been in silver a zillion years. You need to figure out who you're betting against. In this case, it would be, yes, JP Morgan and the big bullion banks, but also be the Bureau of International Settlements, the IMF, the Federal Reserve System, who prints money out of nothing. They can continue short for $10 quadrillion. You cannot beat the person who creates money out of thin air. Now, having said that, I think it might happen. And that's the question is why? Why would they let it happen? I think the good guys are in charge. They need someone to blame too. The bad guys need someone to blame. They can say, oh, it's these vigilante guys in the ETFs that did it. Think about this one. Let's say it goes to $1,000. Obviously, JP Morgan couldn't get the amount of silver needed to put into the ETF. So what are they going to do? Shut down the ETF and liquidate all the physical silver. That's one option. Number 2, shut down all ETFs, which they should have done years ago. Shut down all derivative trading, which they should have done years ago. So, hey, this is the only reason why we are sitting with physical silver on the sidelines, because it's going to get ridiculous, and it's going to get ridiculous fast. I think tomorrow we're going to start to see it, and then 10 days till the new moon comes. You could see some ridiculous prices. It could go to negative. It could go to $1,000 an ounce. It could go to $10,000 an ounce. My guess is it goes to $800-900 an ounce, and then they announce the liquidation of all the SLV silver, and it falls back down to like $500 an ounce. And who would get the blame? Not the SEC and not the banksters. It would be these vigilante traders. Think of all the scenarios, my friends. Should you have silver? Absolutely. You should have been sitting with it on the sidelines for things just like this. Is this the plan of the good guys? Could be. Could be. I mean, obviously the SEC would love it. They'd get to increase the amount of controls they have on these vigilante groups. And why are they allowing such big shorts in GameStop? There was over 100% of the shares were short, which is illegal, but the SEC allowed it. Again, GameStop was over 100% short in their short position. Silver, SLV, this is not the silver on the COMEX, which is over 100%, but SLV is only 10% short, 10%. There should be no short in an ETF. That means somebody bought shares assuming that JP Morgan would put it in inventory, but since somebody shorted it, they were never put in inventory. So what does it all mean? Chaos. Like I said, chaos. Get yourself a nice seat, relax. Good things can happen, bad things can happen. The only thing I can guarantee you, you're going to freak out about silver prices, both up and down. But watching these silver shorts, it is my gut feeling this is part of the end game for the good guys. They don't want the SEC to go away. They want the SEC to be in place. GameStop was up 350%. AMC exploded 300% today. NOK spiked briefly. KY. Now, all these have no fundamentals. Silver has massive fundamentals. Silver should stay. Silver's going 1-to-1 with gold, and gold's going up. Gold has the same problem with short positions. It's just insane out there. So get ready for it. Like I said, volatility, volatility, volatility. Get physical silver in your own possession. That's the only thing that's going to survive this chaos. So this, my take, hell, bring it on. Go ahead, go for it. If you think you can print more money to buy up all the SLV silver derivatives than the IMF and the World Bank and the Federal Reserve System can, you guys go for it. You want to learn more about silver? Go to roadtoruda.com. Go to the search function and type in silver. And you will get, drum roll please, 1,100 articles on silver, everything you want to know about the silver in the past. And go to YouTube and type in Road to Ruta Silver. You'll find probably another 1,000 videos on it. So is this is it, Bix? This is what's going to win? Only if the good guys want it to happen. And I think they do. I think we're there. I think this is more of a, hey, who are we going to blame? Can't blame the regulators and we can't blame the banks, right? Because this will destroy the banking system. Think about it, $1,000 silver, 350 million times 1,000. That's how big the losses would be. 350 million times 1,000. For right now, it is 4. For 4 banks. 4 banks would lose that much, and they're all too big to fail banks. It would destroy the entire global monetary system. You will have nothing in your checking account. Your parents will have no retirement. You will have no retirement. The good thing is your mortgage will be gone. All your debt would be gone, and we get to start fresh. That's where we're going. I'm talking to Bitcoin Ben tomorrow. Very excited about that. We're going to talk about this topic and more. Go to roadtoruda.com for more information. Make sure you put your name and email address on the left side of the website so that you get the updates. Pretty soon they're going to kick me off YouTube, I have no doubt. And then I'll be posting here at roadtoruda.com. So make sure you're over at roadtoruda.com. Roadtoruda.com. And oh, by the way, I published a really interesting Horn of Z's this morning. Silver is ready. The Moon Wolf announces silver moonshot. Tomorrow is the Wolf Moon. The Wolf Moon is the new moon in the Indian culture. The January new moon. The January full moon. Excuse me, not new moon. In 2 weeks, we're going to have the new moon. So check it out. Everything's happening now. We got Cliff High's data going to pop tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Financial chaos is what I'm feeling, and I'll be talking to Jenny Moonstone about that tomorrow. I will post it on the private road. Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.